I think I'm recording now. There we go. And screen share. Okay. I'm gonna pull up my phone real quick, actually, for chat. I'm gonna ask. Damn it, where do I see the champ chat? Alright, chat's up. Okay, can we all, everyone see this? Okay, huge. Alright, I have my phone in front of me. Feel free to ask questions. I'll try to see if I can get you. Otherwise, I cannot see you at all. Alright, so this lecture is about starting RGL and actually getting into the league system in RGL. Am I on the right slide? I am not on the right slide. Alright. Here we go. Now, I'm gonna have to press space a bunch. Alright, kickstarting your RGL career. Banning in the right corner, because of course. I'm not streaming. We can't see. Is it not working? Okay. Hold up. I'll fix this 1 second. One. Oh, wait. It's because I looked at chat on my phone, it was breaking. I think people saw it for a second, and then I'm scared I'm doing my entire screen. You guys, alright. Someone just message me in, I guess, NC General. Just tell me if it's working in NC General. Or just at me somewhere. Only one person needs to do it. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Whale. Okay, it's working. Huge. Everyone, we're good. Egan scrambling. You can't see chat. Alright, I can't read chat. Redirect your questions somewhere else, I guess, and ping me. Otherwise, this is kickstarting your RGL career. I'm pretty much going to be reading off these slideshows. Alright, table of contents. Fair enough. I don't think I need to explain. Just going to go into the intro to the RGL seasons, finding a team, getting familiar with RGL, navigating the website, creating and joining a team, finding a server, basic Archon, demo and files, and logs.tf, and networking and resources. Alright. So who is this for? Anybody probably watching this is for Newbie Cup alumni, players who are generally interested in trying a competitive TF2, players who want to move out of pugs and play on a real team, and for those interested in playing Sixes or Highlander. So differences in structure. So this is the Newbie Cup structure. You can tell how old this is just because of Cup 3. We're on 11 now. But these are the main differences. Newbie Cup, you know, you're solo queuing or group queuing. Then you're assigned team, assigned a coach. You get 3 to 4 weeks of training. I mean, 2 days for official matches. You know, we probably have like 5 weeks now. Matches best of 1 map, only 1/2. Then playoffs, best of 3 maps, only 1/2. Swiss format, yeah, okay. It's kind of a little old, a little messed up. But season structure, finding and trying out a team. So teams are not given coaches. This is one of the main things that is different in RGL. However, there is a system to get a coach. I will address that later if I remember. But yeah, teams are not given coaches. You have to find your own teams too. You can't just sign up. Actually, there is a system for that. There's a bunch of these exceptions I'm gonna go over. If I don't see it covered, I'll talk it up. I'll talk it myself. But Sixes was 8 weeks. Highlander is 7 weeks, and then plus extra time for playoffs. And sometimes there's a break week in between. Like this current RGL season is gonna be a break week for Thanksgiving. And then matches for Sixes is a best of 1 map with 1/2. For Highlander, it's 2 halves, still best of 1 map, but you're playing the map twice. And then playoffs, still best of 3 maps. Everything, I don't know Highlander playoffs because I didn't make Highlander playoffs. And it's going to be still a Swiss format with matchups based on ranking. So if you're first place, you're going to fight second place. And if you already fought second place, you're going to keep going down the list. Alright. League fees. Passed it up. Okay. So like real sports associations, RGL is a paid league with prize pools. However, for Sixes, the only divisions above amateur are paid. Newcomer and amateur are completely free. For Highlander, only main plus is paid. And also, RGL cups are also free. So you can see all the league fees here. newcomer and amateurs, where most people should be starting out after stuff. Newbie Cup, if I recommend after be doing Newbie Cup, I recommend going to newcomer bracket because that's normally the best place to start learning because you're gonna face so many different maps that you've never played before. If your team, Snakewater's not even in this map pool, so if your team, so we're only if the Newbie Cup's only covered what Process and Bagel, and then Sunshine if your team decided to learn Sunshine. I'm sorry, I left general for a second. I don't know if someone's talking. I don't know who's in the chat. Honestly, at this point, if you have a question, just at me and then put your question. So yeah, these are all the fees. Essentially, this is sixes though, and there are ringing fees eventually in higher divisions, but I'll pay for a person to ring for your team. That's what it is. Everyone else is they're gonna pay for you to ring, but you don't need to worry about that in newcomer and amateur. Again, newcomer is the best place to start if you're just getting off this RGL Cup or you want to try competitive for the first time. So time commitment. I genuinely agree with this. So normally the main thing you have to notice is Monday is your Highlander official, and Wednesday is going to be your sixes official. So if you ever play those, I'm assuming most people here play sixes, but most of the time sixes normally can scrim any day of the week. I think Saturday is the time most teams take off, but I think there's always going to be a team trying to play one of these days, so it's not impossible to find one. But this is just the time people like to. So RGL uses EST. Congrats. We've also used EST here, so I expect everyone to know how to either translate EST to their own time. Because each format has 3 days allotted. Most people scrim 2 to 3 times a week or twice a night. Okay. Typical scrim day is not 4 maps total. Typical scrims are normally 1 map over and over again. If I play an NCRGL, everybody's gonna come back and play another Newbie Cup. So here's what happens. It depends on how well your team did here. Like, I think if you make playoffs, you're automatically cooked from coming back to Newbie Cup. Like, your team makes playoffs. Because we had 11 teams, only 8 made playoffs, so only 3 teams are allowed to make it, would be allowed to replay. But if, say, okay, your team doesn't make playoffs for Newbie Cup, and you go to NC, it's going to be the same case there. If your team doesn't make playoffs in NC, then you can come back and do Newbie Cup, because that's exactly what I did. And then I sandbagged Newbie Cup, and won. You didn't hear that from me, though. Okay. Teams also do activities outside of scrims. Now, a lot of people hang out. A lot of people play other games. Demo reviews also do happen every now and then. It's good to attend these if your team does it, just to see what mistakes you're making, and always be open to just trying new things and trying to learn. During, like, the weeks before, the days coming up before your official, always just be trying to learn new things or practice a little bit more, fixing your mistakes, and start working on that. There's also map reviews. A lot of times you could find people to do these for you. If not, there are plenty of guides on the internet or YouTube to teach you all the maps. You're not going to learn the best by looking at YouTube videos. It's always better to have someone coach you. And then DM exercises. So you got MG, there's training. People will ask you to do this stuff on your team sometimes. I didn't do that. Alright. Remember that all these are team dependent and very modifiable to needs of you and your teammates. Yeah, this is not going to be for everybody. Everyone will have different teams. My last sixes team pretty much scrimmed every single day we had, which was miserable. Never do that. Please never scrim every day. That is terrible. You want to enjoy yourself playing the game, not make it a chore to get on every day. So what do you want to chill? Yeah, Cecile, serious behavior. Typical team spends about 3 days. Typically, it's around 3 days of scrimming. And normally a demo review in there every now and then. But yeah, 4 to 10 hours a week, pretty much. Advice for teams looking to serious? Yeah, find a consistent weekly schedule. That's always the best method, is just keep finding what days people are really available and start scrimming on those days. For one of my old teams, we would do a Tuesday and the Thursday game, and then our Wednesday pregame. Alright, finding a team. I don't know who these people are. I'm not familiar enough with competitive TF2. Alright, finding a team. So, this is where I mentioned where you're not assigned to a team. Newbie. I don't know why it's called Newbie. It's this Newbie Mixes. This Newbie Mixes server, I'm sure a lot of people are already in it. But M17 does host this. It does host a team drive where they organize everybody, so you can sign up to join an NC team. And then that way you also get a personal coach too. So yeah, you get set up with a full roster for newcomer. I don't know what amateur 6 is. I wouldn't recommend that. I think just doing this for a newcomer, then you'll make enough friends that you can go to amateur if you want, and you'll make some subs with it. They're going to provide you with a mentor or a teacher or a coach, and we'll set you up people who also have the same goals, time zones, and availability. So I also, if you don't know anybody, you want to go branch off on your own, you didn't like your newbie cup team, you can just join this. There's a good chance you'll find a nice team. A lot of times I don't know. A lot of times these teams are really chill. I've met a few of these team drive teams, and they're pretty chill. So yeah, newbie.tf Discord is a link here. It's in one of the links. It's Newbie Mixes. If you want to check that out, because they already did the announcement for it. Okay, I don't know what that's for. Getting familiar with RGL. Alright, RGL website. I'm going to say this now. RGL is notoriously slow as a website. It's just slow. But the RGL Discord, I'd recommend joining that if you're going to do RGL, because there's a lot of stuff. So always good to set up your RGL. Recruitments and scrims, make sure you have set for 6s, and whatever division you're playing in. Pro Lander doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately. It's sad. Recruitment scrims, Emoji React, before match you're interested in. This will give you all the channels you need to pretty much play 6s. They also host pugs as well. 6s pugs, they're pretty fun. But I do recommend you have good knowledge before you even join these, because a lot of times main IM players, they're going to get mad, and that's not fun. Yeah, pugs pick a games. I assume everyone knows what a pug is. Alright, choosing a division. Again, recommending y'all, if y'all are new to competitive, or you just played the Newbie Cup, going into newcomer is like the best possible option. Because that way, we're only teaching you 2, maybe 3 maps out of the entire 8. So you can cover a lot of bases. You're missing like what are maps are in this thing? We teach Process Bagel and Sunshine. So we're missing out on Granary. Reckoner got added for some reason. Clear Cut's back. Metalworks. Gully Wash. I guess 5. But yeah, what level official? So if you want to choose a division based on your own skill, what level official matches are enough of a challenge for you? Ask yourself how well you can handle mid or top divisions teams. If you want more challenge, try scrimming in divisions above you. Best of both worlds. Okay, I'm gonna say this now. If you're a really good team, like if you're doing really well in say newcomer division, start learning to scrim amateur teams. That's always really good, and that's also true. If you can't find scrims for a newcomer, looking for low amateur scrims is still always really good. Since RGL has become more strict on NC, you should definitely play if you have the ability to do so. Yeah, definitely play NC. It's really fun. Any 6 division, IMs plus is paid division, and has fees for playing and ringing. The fees didn't change for the season. Alright, these channels. These are your go-to channels if you want to find a team or find players for a team. So, looking for team 6s or for individuals with small groups, we're looking for an already existing team to join. So you're only using this channel if you're being looking to be approached by somebody. So you look for a join. You put LFT, whatever class you play, and what division you want to play. Teams really don't take initiative to search for players, as people would much rather be approached than approach somebody. So this is the main thing. This is for your actual team. Looking for players or LFPs. This is when you're actually looking for players. So read through advertised positions for players and privately DM them if you're interested. This is you posting about it. Your team leader, whoever. If you're missing a demo man player, say looking LFP, demo man, and then division you're in. So LFP, NC, demo man. You can add some more stuff in there, and then also make sure you send them a message and include your RGL profile if you do contact these people who post it, just so it makes it a lot easier. Example of a good direct message to a team leader. I'm gonna let y'all read this. That's pretty much it. This is always good. Just say, hey, you guys need a player, and make sure you always send your RGL so people can look at your stats and stuff. I know if you're just starting RGL, it's not gonna have a lot of stuff in it, but it's still good to know, or good to have. Posting etiquette. Yes, this is the exact format I was talking about. If you're looking for a team, LFT, just abbreviate it, and then whatever you want, and then whatever division you want. You can also add some other stuff too if you're looking for a team, willing to put work to get to playoffs. A lot of people will actually respect that, and if people are looking for that, they'll come there. It's the order of operations where you're looking for a player or team, interested divisions, class role, position type. Always important. And this pretty much applies to everyone RGL. I think we're about to get to that too. Oh, and these things. Main, substitute, and ringer. Su's main is the main roster. I clicked a button. Main roster is the person who plays the class. Subs are when main players are unavailable, and ringers are just people who don't really fully commit to a team, but they still play every now and then. They basically play for every team, essentially, is what ringers are. They're not substitutes, they're not main roster. They're just there if you can call in a ringer, but normally you have to look for those in a different channel, the looking for ringer channel. Okay, they're not on a team at all. Searching players on Discord, player check. Enable channel in Discord. I don't use this, so I don't know how it works. Copy user ID, you gotta go to developer mode, set that up. This is always just a good idea. And then type in exclamation point profile user ID. You can do this on the RGL website too. You gotta go to the home button, you go to search, and then you just put their Discord ID in there. You gotta search it twice because on the home page you can't search up through a Discord ID. Clip Dynamis link, and that's it. You find people like that. RGL website, again, notoriously slow. This is not a fun website, but it's still designed enough that it's functional and everything is great. Alright, so scroll down and go to League for whatever format you're interested in. It doesn't matter which one you actually pick. You can always go to each of them. So yeah, your profile is going to be here, Highlander, Sixes, and Prolander doesn't exist, so ignore that one at the bottom. So all formats are going to be displayed on your profile too. If you do click your profile, so this is what the main website looks like. You're going to have everything here. There's nothing there. I'm just going to explain everything one by one. Typically, this is where you're going to have whatever division you're playing in. Say this can be Sixes or Highlander or whatever other cup they're running. Over here's your league. That'll give you a bunch of stuff. Basically, basic information. Rules, help, merch. This little thing right here, Federal Hot Dog Committee, that is your team. Whenever you get a team, you will have that there at the corner. That'll just be your team name. So whatever team you have will be there. To the right of that's your profile. And then you can navigate the website through is just a post announcing Season 10 playoffs. Alright, I already talked about this. Literally, it's just this is just the browser to find whatever division or whatever format you want to play. League tab will be your least utilized one except for player search. It's useful for searching up tryouts. If you sign in, you can use someone's Discord ID to search them, and also includes some useful information like map history, server configs, registration, and all the archive of RGL articles. Rules tab is where you can access some global rule set. You don't need to look at the rule set, but there are some important things you need to learn eventually on just how to actually properly do things. Common thing I always see people do wrong is messing up ringers or declaring ringers. I'm sure I'll get to that eventually in this guide. But yeah, this is just rules. Help reporting stuff, essentially. There's a guide for resources and also some useful FAQs. Alright, here we go. Most frequently searched check on the website will be the drop down of your profile. This is true. So again, drop down. Your profile's at the top corner, top of it. Then you got your team, league table, leader actions if you probably are the team leader, settings, and then log out. This is not useful at all. Never log out. Alright, registering your team. So typically you're going to go to this league button down here, whatever division you want to play. Go to league. Which is normally on the front page. You can still register right now for this season 16 of Sixes, and I think 21 is season 21 of Highlander is still able to be registered. It's going to take you to this menu. Should take you to this menu, I believe. Go to register teams, and you're going to click create a team. Select brand new team unless you're making the same team. This just happens if you're playing with the same people over and over again. You can just migrate them all over onto the same team. I don't think you can change the name though. But if you have the same players, it's more useful to do that. Alright. Create a team. So you have your team name in the corner. Again, I'm pretty sure you can change this, but I'm also not sure if you can change it or not. I don't remember. Then you have your tag. This is what you'll tag up by in the top left of your corner. Instead of saying red or blue, it'll say whatever this is. It's useful for searching up logs and stuff and just making sure everything's categorized with your team name on it. Team join password, just said something, and then whoever wants to join, you just give them it. And preferred division placement, and whatever division you want to be on. So yeah, select the settings tab for your team, password. Don't worry too much about perfect password. Players still have to be approached by team leaders. You cannot join with just a password. You can also change the password if you do forget it. I've done it once or twice. And then you also may be rejected from your preferred division if you placed higher or lower. Or you'll be placed higher or lower and then from your preferred division. They'll just check some stuff. There's some certain guidelines. If you've already played newcomer before and made playoffs, then you have to get played at an AM. You've played newcomer 3 times somehow and you didn't make playoffs, then you're also moved to AM. And then you click continue. One thing I'm gonna note is to not click on Highlander. This has happened like 3 different times where my teams have accidentally signed up as Highlander teams when they're supposed to be Sixes teams. Just be careful of that. So nice. Now for any management, click on your profile and go to leader actions. There should also be like a tab at the top as well, I believe, for leader actions for you to do stuff. Also, make sure you complete your registration. It's going to be at the top right. You see this right thing. As soon as you make your team or as soon as you sign up, make sure you complete this. It'll just ask you to pay for stuff. Since you're a newcomer amateur, you don't have to pay for anything. There is going to be a donation, a suggested donation. If you don't want to pay that, make sure you take that off before you submit, or else you're paying $6. Alright, this is the page where you'll promote people to team leader, manage roster, and change any team information. Important note, someone joining a team and inputting the code correctly does not automatically roster them. They also have to be approved by you, so you have to go manually approve them in. So yeah, team page, this edit team info. I think you can edit team name in there. Here you can look for teams too. There's also an option once you do have a team, you can look for teams looking for players. And you can filter for division, classes, and roles. So this is what team, you can post out an LFT on the RGL website. You can also post out one for, or an LFP too. This is just, yeah, LFP. So you can also have a lot of filter options, what division you want, what experience you need. The experience doesn't matter too much unless you're playing in a previous division. Or, oh, that's current division, looking for experience. That's the division you want. You want to put this here. Classes, typically you're going to see all the 6s. It's sometimes useful to see what people with off classes and good. And then role, main, or sub. Most people will put main. It's harder to find subs. Number of times rostered. Last time player joined. Average experience. This is where you're going to put it. So you put it like either division. There's stuff for like just casual or like small cups. And then when it's posted. Alright, joining an RGL team. We're joining Froyotech, everybody. Alright, sign to RGL on the front page, which you can see your mini profile banner and see your currently rostered teams. Is this even right? Okay. If you know where a team is or know what team you're joining, there is a join team button that you can do if you're not rostered in it. So again, league standings is always a good way. That'll take you to admin placement, which will have all the teams present. You can click on a team and click the join team option. Just make sure you have the password for it. If not, someone can send you the RGL link to the page. I think there's another option for joining teams. It's either when you're creating a team or you can join a team in that same menu area. Front page, you can see your mini profile banner with all your currently roster teams. You can also click your profile from anywhere on the site, and you can see everything right here. It'll say what division you're in. It won't say 6s. It's going to say 6 and then an S, and then what season it's from, and then what division, and your team, and your stats, and all that. Your team page is also where you find important information, such as your roster. Well, this is when you click on your actual team. We're out of profile anymore. So when you click on your actual team itself, this is what you're going to see typically. You get your roster, which is all your players on the left here. Your opponents, we're going to be over here. This is when the schedule happens. Schedules be updated once a week. Schedules updated like once every, I want to say it's Monday schedules are done for the next week, or for the week you're playing. So if it's week 1 just passes, you have to wait till next Monday to officially find out when you're playing these guys, or playing the next team. So scores will be in the middle. Points. This is based off map points. So the Federal Hot Dog Coalition got 1 point on Gully Wash, and the other team got 5. You can also find your match page. Clicking on these will get you into the match logs, which are really useful, and you're gonna have to use them if you're the team leader. Team leaders will also have these little star icons right here. You can see down here, and home team just basically means you're gonna be hosting the server for it. All right, match comms. So this will include some important rules, require configs, and for the Hope team, you gotta submit the match scores. This means submitting the report scores option, and then also making sure you post the logs of the match in the RGL in this match comm area. Also, yes, you must declare ringers in the match communication page, or else your team will be penalized. I'm gonna go over the proper way to do that right now. Doing that is say, here's declaring ringer, and then whatever class they're playing, and their RGL link. There's 2 things you want to know about ringers. Is 1, if they are default ringer or if they're just a regular ringer. Default ringers cannot be denied. However, regular ringers can. What makes a person a default ringer is that they're rostered in the same or lower division. So if I'm looking, say, or if I got a ringer for amateur who's in amateur as well on another team rostered in amateur, they cannot be denied. I don't think if they're not rostered in amateur, I think they can still be denied. They're not a default. Defaults are basically people on other teams that you get to ring for your match. But yeah, default ringers, you can deny it, accept ringers. Sometimes you see teams actually put a player a division above. Say you're playing an AM, the other team wants to ring an IM player. You can deny that. And I do recommend denying that. Support tickets are not just used for emergencies. Use them if you need to ask a question, inquiry, developments. They try to get these done as fast as possible. Unfortunately, sometimes it does take time, and you're not going to get an answer immediately. But normally I think they're pretty quick with it. All right, finding a server. I think this is full buff. Shoutouts to Ari and Koden at Al who make free services for the TF2 community. Alright, serve me. This is like the best option, I think. Personally, it's the one I always use. You're going to click a get server button. So at na.serveme.tf, and then you click on get server. There's a guide on serve me here. I don't think anyone's going to copy this down, but the slideshow is available to the public, so you guys can use that. Alright. Simple everything. I'm just going to get... Okay. So you're going to... Okay. Cool. So you get your server location, time slots, map, and config. So everything is your start time, end time. Typically around scrim times at 8:30, 9:30. It's going to be a little harder to get servers because people are trying to get servers constantly. So it's really hard, so make sure you try to get that on time. I think you can only get it 2 hours ahead if you don't have premium. If not, getting premium is definitely worth it if you're going to play a lot. Next thing is where your server location is. A lot of teams, I think, required by default to do Chicago. However, I've seen some teams do Dallas if the players are located down south more, but typically Chicago is the best for everybody. This is the ping of the server. I don't know why it's 296. That is ridiculous. Server password for joining. That's just the connect. You put the connect and the numbers and then password, and that's just the password to join to make sure no randoms join. Here's the Archon password. I will get to the Archon later. And then the map choice is here. They have all the maps loaded up. STV password. Best not to touch this. You can touch this if you want. You can change it a little bit. But this is just if you want people to spectate the match without being in spectator. This is required by any RGL official match. You cannot have players in spectate at all. So you send them the STV password. They join that. It's like on a 3-minute delay or something. And they can just watch that. Enable plugins. Enable these. Always just enable these. Everything else should be good. The only thing you need to change would be the server config. If you're playing a Koth map, I think this automatically changes, but just play config. And then item whitelist is going to be the same from config. It's on the RGL, so it'll be the same. Alright, and this is what's going to happen when you create a server. So, you're going to give your teams, your teammates and opponents the connect info by copying the button beside it. It's going to be this connect info right here. That's for joining it. TF2 Center info. That's for TF2 Center lobbies. I don't entirely know what this is about or what this is for. The last part of the Archon password is what you would put in your console to make sure the reservation, if you didn't make the reservation for Archon access. The Archon's a very important tool. Make sure you always have this accessible, because when you paste this in the console, this basically allows you to do Archon commands, which basically just gives you command access. Yeah, do not give out to the Archon to people you don't trust, because they can always mess up your game and mess up your server by, just spawning marasmus or tanks. And that's it. Server check initialize. You can put the connect info for your console or a Discord bot, just like IE Payload Neo and join. If you're interested in getting Payload Neo for your team's Discord, payload.tf. Alright, basic Archon. Alright, check out RGL docs and website for an updated list of currently used maps and download links. Okay. So if you don't have the map file, you can download it off here. However, knowing the map names and the numbers that follow them are pretty necessary. If I wanted to play... Jeez, and Bagel's RC5. If I wanted to play Bagel, there's some commands for it, but these are all the custom maps you know. It's Archon change level. You put the Archon password in first, and then you do Archon change level, and then whatever map you want. So you have to remember these. You have to type them out pretty specifically. Using a quick Zolite server. Just use NA-serve-me if you need to. Archon _ password, insert password here. All commands should be preceded by Archon in console, or Archon in chat. Most important Archon commands. So you have change level, and then you put your map name, Archon exec, then you do the config. That's the RGL 6s _ 5CP _ scrim, or Koth, or pro. Pro is for officials. You make sure you have always pro for officials, because that'll change some stuff. Sorry. Pro Pro will just make sure you have bandy config enabled for match ends, and then Pro for Koth just makes it 4 rounds instead of 3. Kick, pretty simple Archon kick, and then Steam name or server ID. You can type in status to find the ID of the players. Map underscore time limit, we'll set the time limit to 30 minutes, or you can also set it to less if you have a scrim and 10 minutes left. You don't need to do this. There's another easier config you can do, is MP underscore win limit, and then whatever win limit you need. Say one team scored 2 points, the other team scored 0. Time's up, you gotta go to your next scrim, just MP win limit 2. And it'll end the match immediately. Very useful. I don't really use MP time limits. Use web Archon, you do not need to put the Archon before. So yeah, if you do the web from the website, the NA Serve Me website, then you can just type in the command itself. Ah, there's the win limit command. Yeah, this is a lot more useful than time limit. Alright, important RGL configs. I don't need to really go over these. You can find them. There's plenty of ways to find them. If you don't know them, you can go to NA Serve Me. It's going to have all of these. Again, we can ignore Perlander. Perlander died, unfortunately. But these are the main ones. Yes, it's always just going to be scrim for the ones you play in scrims. And then for official matches, it should be match underscore pro. Demo files and logs.tf. Shout out to Icewind and Zoob for creating and maintaining demos.tf and logs.tf. Alright, what are demo files? So, chronologically recording every game's events from the server and game's perspective. So you have STV demos. STV will, what's that thing we talked about earlier, with spectating? It'll pretty much automatically record the match from everyone's perspective, technically, so you can always, that's the one you want to use to spectate. So yeah, game recordings from the server's perspective using the source.tv plugin. Enabled on all Serve Me and Quacksalite servers. I'm probably pronouncing Quixelite. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna say Serve Me. If you want to host your own personal server, make sure you have the source mod added. STV demos are commonly used for demo reviews where you go over make stakes and strategy because you can change camera positions and perspectives. So POV demos are game recordings from your computer's perspective, and it's much more accurate, but you cannot change the perspectives in camera lock. And here's the big note. All leagues require you to record POV demos for all official matches, including cups. RGL requires you to keep them for 3 months after the match. But do make sure you clear out your demo folder every now and then, because it will get filled up. Is there a link to it? No. It's go to your browse local files, TF, and then demo folder, and all your demos in it. If you don't know how to record demos, I think this probably will get into it later, but I'm just going to say it now. There's a command in advanced options where you have to record all tournament matches. That's the one you want. And that'll pretty much always record and it will take a screenshot. There's a way to disable it. I disabled it after a while because, we get 1,000 screenshots. Just make sure that's disabled too. So yeah, using the demo.tf website, you can find the STV demos. This is the important part. For navigating it, all types of demos. Types will just be, I think it's the file, all maps. You can find what maps you want. I think it's all types is the format itself. But players, just look for your players. That, and I think there's a way to search for players to the top too. I'm not seeing that, or just look for the team icon. Instead of having red or blue, this is a good idea just to remember, do your team's logo or team initials for everything. Instead of having blue, just have it be AVN or whatever else it is. Or you can also sign in too, click your profile, and you can search for players. Alright, put a demo.tf into your TF folder, make sure the file name has no spaces or characters. It's always good to it's always good to rename your demos if you're doing a demo review, just so you know them. They'll always be at the bottom of your demo list instead, or be at the bottom so it's easier to find. Play demo, you can type play demo into your developer console, click on the name that comes up, use the arrow keys to pass through them. Press enter to load the demo. There's a faster way of doing this. It's Shift F2. This will boot up the same menu. So this is the menu that's going to boot up if you type that in. Or this is demo UI. That's the message you want. Play demo is not really needed. You just type in demo UI. But it's an option if you just want to click it to play a demo. So type demo UI to bring up the control panel. So this is going to do a lot of weird stuff. So I'm going to try to explain this. Okay, nothing special about it. Yeah, you can bind a key for demo UI. Again, Shift F12. That'll pretty much automatically bring it up. So load is where you put your demo in. That's just basically what the play demo does. It'll load it. Stop is basically your pause option. You can also use spacebar, I think, too, but you have to be in this menu for it, or this button right here will do it. Like, stop cancels the entire demo. This is the time of the server time you'll see there. This is the game speed. Normally it's on 100% by max. I like to slow it down to 80 if I'm doing a demo review. Otherwise, you can speed it up or slow it down. And then I don't think these rewind buttons work or slow down buttons work. I think that just controls it too. Tick, If you want to go back in time, there's no good way of doing it. You have to put the tick in. So I don't know what the tick speed is in this game. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of just look at it, pause. If I see something I want to go back to, I kind of remember a vague direction and just go back like 1,000 or something. All right, logs.tf. Logs.tf is a useful website that hosts pages with player statistics from matches that use a TF2 server plugin. ServeMe uses this plugin by default. Click on the profile and sign in the top right corner to find logs that include you. You can also search people in the top search bar. That's the enter player name or Steam ID. You can search for logs. Searching for logs will get you these things at the bottom, or the titles. So make sure, again, label your team every time. It's really useful for constantly just finding logs. Your profile will list server host map, format, timestamp, and the number of people that have viewed that log. Logs can be useful to identify potential problems, EX a lot of deaths. Examples of stats useful that can be found in logs is kills, deaths, accuracy, total healing, Uber usage, Uber building time, and chat logs. Numbers are not the end all be all. Space made cannot be found on logs. You can have pretty bad stats, but you could also contribute a lot. Say you're like 8 and 17 as an example, but those 8 kills could have all been medic drops or something, and you would have had really good, and you just wouldn't have reflected back in the logs. Alright, making a name for yourself in networking. I think we're almost done. Alright, making a name for yourself. Way of beating people is playing a TF2 comp, playing pugs, ringing for other teams. I highly recommend ringing for other teams. You will meet so many people, and you'll actually become friends with a lot of people doing this too. There's an looking for ringers channel, and you can DM people who need one. If you want to ring for people that night, you have no one else going on, you have no scrims, you feel like playing competitive TF2, just post ring me, and then whatever class you want, ring me. You actually type out ring, then no space, me, and then whatever class you play, and then whatever division you are. A lot of times people won't put out division. It's dumb. Also, add people in MG deathmatch service to practice partners, and then talking in chat. Joining up in public demo review sessions is always pretty good. Being fun to play around, having a good network can help you skip tryouts entirely. Sometimes people just ask you to play for them. This has happened to me for last season. I just got asked to play Demo Man, and I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? Alright, make a name for yourself. Pug servers, mainly for lower-level players. TF2CCs, congratulations, you're already here. This step's done. Newbie.tf, this is normally newbie mixes. If you want to do those, that's there. RGL hosts pugs, did that. I think these are all dead. There's a definitive list of pug servers 2023 spreadsheet here, and TF2 Pug website directly is also here. Ask around and leave Discord servers too. Sometimes people have private servers too, where it's just like a group of people too that all just pug out, so you're not gonna really find that in there either. Extra resources and places, Newbie.tf, team leader guide. Master comms, game configs, this is normally really good just to help your game run a little better. RGL's demo recording guide, TF2CC guides and resources channel, comp.tf, competitive wiki, this will give you a bunch of stuff that's useful. And map review is guides and resources as well. Extra resources and places off. This is offline. So TR walkway RC2. Well, I think a lot of people already have this. This is just a good way to practice. TR underscore Tyler underscore rocket shooting. I've never heard of this. Apparently you shoot rockets. TR denial. This is good for just denying soldier bombs. And then TR aim. I have not touched ever. I think it's just named helping with aim. I'm gonna list one that's not on here. TR demo aim. TR underscore demo aim. That's the one I use to practice demo. It's just more specialized for demo and has a bunch of different stuff. Alright, welcome to the glossary. BM, bad manners, disrespectful behavior, i.e. taunting, teabagging, chat bias directly. Chat bias or standing still as you kill a target. Logs are pages of player statistics. We already went on logs.tf. I don't think this mentioned it. Most servers have logs on. Most NA servers have most NA serve servers have logs on by default. Just type either .ss into chat or I think it's exclamation point logs, but you have to make sure you understand. It's like CL underscore disable HTML mod 0 you have to put in, and that'll allow you to look at the logs. Pugs and scrims. Pug scrims is a different word. Is established team versus randomly assigned teams. This is just kind of chill. It's like a bunch of random people together that aren't really on a team. Minecraft. Someone dies to the escape plan. This is very good. Spoon, the market gardener. Alright. Double sack, roamer and flank scout, both sacrifice for an important pick, demoralize or to force the enemy team uber. Sometimes you also see roamer and pocket soldier. Banny bind / reset bind, a key bind to TF2 that allows you to change your loadout immediately without having to use the cabinets. As soon as you touch spawn, you can press the button and it'll go back. So rat or ratting, going for selfish plays involving hiding spots. This is really fun. Creature going for very bizarre odd plays. Seed slash seeding. Your position in the seasonal leaderboard at what ranking you are. 4-man sack. This is a 4-man essentially. It's just something you do on Koth maps. Sending 4 players to die to kill their medic or force an Uber. Very common strategy on Koth maps. Okay, cool. Here's my glossary for extra terms. Chicken jockey Uber. That's a scout soldier Uber. Mickey Mouse Uber is when nothing happens. And I think there's another term for double soldier Uber, but I forgot it. Alright, thank you for coming to my TED Talk, everybody. Alright, I can see the chat again. So if anyone's got any questions, you can actually put it in the classroom chat now. If not, you're free to go. Scrim's start in like 14 minutes. Thank you, Isaac. Yeah, I know you're here. Well, you did kind of lie to VHammer, unfortunately. RGL does allow non-North American players to play in the league. You can only have 2 though. I'm gonna mess as a student myself, but you can only have 2 players from different leagues. It's just you have to be up for the convenient times that NA players are. It's not gonna cater to you. Where do you get the demo map? The demo aiming one. I got that. I got an updated version from a friend. Can't find it. Try Game Banana. I thought there's a. I don't know where. Someone sent it to me. Someone found it, and then I've been using it. Yeah, try. It's on Game Banana. TR_demo aim. I have an updated version with just better lighting. Yes, thank you. And 4Life's also here. Hello, 4Life. Yeah, Egan forgot to announce everything, so I'm over here. I think there's another question. Can I download the slides? Oh, thank you, Marceline. Already covered it. Huge. Yeah, this was kind of rushed. Egan forgot to announce it, which is unfortunate. No flame to Egan. Egan's chill. He just forgot. It happens. This is the last one I'm doing anyway. Uh... Alright. I guess you're still here. I'm gonna be hitting this in a second because I have nothing better to do. I'm just getting this out the way. I should end this recording now.